Hey, welcome back to youtube.com/snapbolt. My name's Max, and I'm going to be playing some Rug Ponza in Pauper today, and I'm pretty excited for this one. We're going to continue the Kaldheim testing some new Kaldheim cards like Mwuonvuli Acid-Moss. And the reason I say that is because of this. It's a 4 mana destroy target land, search your library for a forest card and put it onto the battlefield, but you can get these new duels with Mwuonvuli Acid-Moss. So if you've watched my channel before, youtube.com/snapbolt, you know I always talk shit about this card. I don't really like it. 4 mana destroy a land. It is good to go get a land, yes, but I've found it's not that impactful. But I do want to try it because being able to ramp and color fix at the same time seems pretty cool. So if I want to test out Acid Moss, also just going to run the Thermokarst main as well. And then we're just playing a Rug Shell. And the reason for that is I like Mulldrifter a lot. It's Divination plus also 5 mana 2/2 flying, draw 2. Works really nice with these Cascade cards because, yeah, it's a Divination, so your curve looks more like this. But then it's also a good Cascade thing to like good target to Cascade into. Also, since we're blue, one thing I've really wanted to try with these cards, these Cascade cards, is just running a couple Brainstorms. And I'm trying two right now. The only reason I don't have more is just because we're like a base green deck and we need a lot of untapped green sources to accelerate out like turn 2 Thermokarsts and Bonders Ornaments. Um, so we don't necessarily want a ton of Brainstorms. We can't really consistently cast them early. I want just a couple. So if we do cast it early, great. It's still a Brainstorm, it's fine. But late game, if we are at like, let's say 8 mana, you can go Brainstorm, put 2 cards back, maybe like Boarding Party Mulldrifter, then cast Dino. And then it's just so nice. Like if I have like 8 mana and I just go Brainstorm and they know I'm on this deck, that's pretty scary for them. They're like, they might be like, oh crap, maybe I need to counter this Brainstorm. Or I set up a good Cascade. That's the idea, at least. We'll see if it works, or if we just can never cast it. And when I played decks like this in the past too, you can draw a ton of cards with Mulldrifter Bonders Ornament. But it's nice to have a couple removal spells. I would like more, but I also like to have all the draw engine in Mulldrifter. So just 2 Skred right now. Could be more, could play some lightning bolts. Maybe that's better because if we cascade into Skred and there's nothing out, then we can't just bolt their face. So again, maybe these are just supposed to be lightning bolts. I'm not really sure. The thing about Skred is that we can kill bigger stuff a bit later in the game. And if we have like, we're never really casting Skred on turn 1. We can't really do that except for Mountain. And on turns 2, it's, yeah, maybe a little worse than Bolt, but usually that'll be fine. And then later game, it's better than Bolt, at least at killing creatures. Excuse me. And I mean, that's basically the deck. Bonder's Ornament is a pretty insane card, and this deck takes advantage of it well. Just being 3 mana, ramp spell, colorless, draw engine, color fixer, all in one. So this card is pretty nice. You pull the sideboard out. And in the sideboard, I'm trying 2 Fleet Admirals just because I'm playing against it, like, can't really attack us that well, or is more of like a control deck. Having access to Monarch is really nice. Triple Cannonade. I have a new strategy, I think, against like blue fairy decks. I think I want to try to side out Arbor Elf and side in Cannonade, just be a little bit slower and then get good value out of Cannonade. So that's the game plan. We'll see if it works or if it just sucks. But against decks like blue red, they have a bunch of bolts and they're probably going to leave those in. And then when you side out Arbor Elf, that gives you like a little bit of an advantage in the matchup because they can't get good value out of their bolts. Yeah, they can still bolt like a boarding party or something, but at least then you cascade and get more value. A couple Ancient Grudges because this card is sweet. Triple Pyroblast. 1 Pulse of Murasa. Could be more, but it just has nice utility against control matchups and burn. So I like it. 2 Weathers against burn and 2 Relics. Because more people are playing that Cyclostorm deck, and it just can be good against Tron and other random stuff. So yeah, again, I don't know if these are supposed to be lightning bolts. Maybe they are. I don't know about the number of Brainstorms. And the other thing I don't know, should I be playing like 2 Rimewood Falls, 2 Highland Forest, and less untapped forests? I don't know. I think this is a better mana base because the mana's not actually that bad because you have 13 untapped forests, and then you have 4 Utopia Sprawl that make mana of any color, and then you have 4 Bonders Ornaments. So between that, that's 8 multicolor sources. Then you have 3 Ash Barrens that can get island or mountain. You have these 2 duels, and you have Acid-Moss that also fixes your mana for any color now. So the mana's actually not bad, and I think having more untapped forests will let you Thermokarst on T2 more often. So that's the idea. That's the deck. I'm pretty excited to get into this one. It's going to be fun. Hopefully we just land destruction some people out. I guess the last thing I'll mention about the deck before we go into the games is I don't necessarily love the land destruction package in this deck. Like I think some other like creature package, maybe like Elvish, the 3 mana 2/2 draw a card Elf, just stuff like that is good. But the land destruction is actually pretty nice because when you accelerate, like let's say you T2 Bonders Ornament, and then after that, even if you land destruction on turn 3 or 4, you're developing your mana and your card advantage plan, and then setting them back is actually a pretty good way to attack a lot of matchups. So we're gonna try the land destruction plan, Rug Ponza. Let's go. All right, welcome to round 1. Sand looks good. Turn 1 Sprawl, turn 2 Cycle Ash Barrens. Don't do anything else, at least right now. Turn 3 Acid-Moss, turn 4 Acid-Moss, turn 5 Dino. That's a keep if I saw one. It's kind of hard to interact with. I mean, they can counter all our stuff, but... All right, another Sprawl is not bad, actually. Let's Sprawl here, could name Blue, actually, but... Yeah, actually, naming Blue. I could have also named Green, but I don't think I need to. Now turn 2, I can just go Sprawl plus Cycle Ash Barrens. Swamp, okay. I'd probably rather play against Blue Black than Blue Red, but I don't know, they're pretty similar. Preordain. I wonder if this is just like Blue Black Fae or something else. This is also not good sequencing. I mean, we knew they had Swamp, so it's good that they played it because we don't know about that. But you should go like Preordain first, because what if they found like an Ice Tunnel or something and they wanted to play that, but now they just have this Swamp in play. So yeah, that's not good sequencing. All right, let's go land, tap this Utopia Sprawl here. I can name red. I don't hate naming red. I think I just named green, and then I can get a red with this Ash Barrens. I think that's fine. I don't know what's best, honestly. I don't think it matters too much. Like our mana should be pretty good. Let's just play Arbor Elf. This is all still just turn 2 for us, so. And we'll cycle. Get a mountain. Maybe I'm actually supposed to get green, but I'll just get my mountain out of the deck. Okay. Also could have Utopia Sprawled the same land, but I like to split it up. I think overall it's better. I think it's safer. Now I could Acid-Moss, but I'm just gonna Dino because I actually have exactly 7 mana right now, and next turn I'll have 8 mana. So if I just Dino, next turn I can double Acid-Moss, so that's way more efficient. And this plays better into a counterspell this turn. And double Acid-Moss plays better into a counterspell next turn. So I like it. Turn 3 Dino. They couldn't kill Arbor Elf. Interesting. And there we go. I can't cast it. All I can target is Arbor Elf. So immediately punished for having Skred in our deck. It's not like bolting them here would be that good anyway. So that's pretty unfortunate. But that was literally, we have 2 Skred, and that's the only thing that doesn't do anything. Even like Wild Growth Utopia Sprawl would have been reasonable, but we had a lot of good hits. Boarding Party, Mulldrifter, Bonder's Ornament, any land destruction spell. and we didn't hit any of that. So that really sucked. But when you put Skred in your deck, that'll happen sometimes. It makes me want to just like play 2 more Brainstorms and play 0 removal spells and just be this like combo Cascade deck, but I think that's greedy. All right, that is fine. They must have another snuff out for this. I'm going to start just by attacking. I'm expecting them to snuff out here, like, for sure. Yeah, okay, they do. Let's go land. And then let's wild growth here. And then just kill a swamp. I'm just going to continue to kill black sources. Can be good to stop them from playing counterspell, but yeah. I maybe should have not even played that and just waited. Because next turn I could just potentially double Acid-Moss, but I think that's better to play it because I can also draw like another 3-drop or something that I want to play next turn, like a Bonder's Ornament. So sometimes this deck definitely runs out of gas, which is also like why I like having the 4 Mulldrifters. Can't speak today. This is also why I think Ice Tunnel is so good and like the new duels. It's because if you have 3 or 4 of those, then you have a bunch more black sources. But if you're just playing the Evolving Wilds, Ash Barrens, 2 swamp mana base, if they kill both your swamps, you can't cast black spells. It's that simple. Okay, nice. This is good. So now we can cast two removal or 2 land destruction spells this turn. So let's try to kill swamp. Counterspell. Okay, and now we actually kill it. No Gurmag Angler for you, please. All right, so now I just get, I have blue, red. I think I just get falls. That way if I draw Brainstorm, I can Brainstorm into an additional blue source or blue card. Augur, sure. We have a lot of bad draws in lands and wild growth effects, but we have a lot of good draws in Cascade cards and Mulldrifters. Even more land destruction's not bad. Another counterspell, okay. Brainstorm, okay. No dispel? Well, that's really bad because we just get Brainstorm locked here. I'm still just going to cast this, I think. I don't think waiting actually helps. So now we know we're just drawing land, which is also like pretty much the worst Brainstorm we could have had. Like if we Brainstormed and hit any Cascade card there, it would have been so good. So I think we're actually just not drawing that great, but this kind of stuff can happen. I guess I could hold a forest. That way I play around recoil a little bit. Sometimes they play 1 recoil. I'll hold the next forest. It's another good reason to split up the enchantments. So they're stuck on 2 mana, but now they have a real threat in Delver. They have 5 cards in hand. One of them we know is Counterspell. The problem is I'm just drawing a land. One thing about this deck is it's like pretty simple to play. Like you don't have as many decisions as the blue decks with your cantrips and stuff. But hold the multiverse, sure. Wow, they're gonna foretell it right now. That's kind of greedy. If I draw anything, just like the Cascade into the Skred was brutal, and then that Brainstorm was pretty brutal. I guess I could run Ponder instead of Brainstorms, but any card I have in my hand I can put back with Brainstorm, which I think makes it better. Just not even going to cast that. We need to draw something here. Kind of sucks if we lose this game. I feel like we're ahead, but We need to draw a Cascade spell. We have time. We're only taking 4 a turn, so we have a couple turns. They're leaving up Counterspell though, and they drew Ice Tunnel. Ah, that's brutal. Brainstorm, and then we Brainstorm locked ourselves, and then we just drew land, Wild Growth land. So that sucks. Now we probably don't really have even any outs, just because we know they have Counterspell. I guess our out would be to like draw Dino and then hit a boarding party, which would be pretty nice, but we're running out of time here. Angler? Yeah. This is Angler for sure. Now, like, even if I hit, even if I draw Dino and Cascade, well, it's probably over. All right. Now, that was just some rough draws. Get these in here. I think Pulse isn't bad either. I think I can keep the Arbor Elves in this matchup. Skred's also not, it's not great, but it's not bad. I don't think I need it. I can kill even like Gurmag Angler and Delvers and stuff. Maybe it's worth. I wonder if Relic's worth too. Just it's basically like just annoying against Gurmag. That's one of their main threats though. It's interesting. I think the land destruction package is good, and I think Pyroblasts are good. Okay. Pyroblast also killed over and stuff. We can just trade with Gurmags with these cards. Yeah, let's go like this. I could take out 2 Thermokarsts, but I'm going to be on the play here. Could take out 2 Brainstorms. Could also get a little greedy and just cut 2 Arbor Elves, just because they're a little bit more low impact. I can cut Arbor Elf Acid-Moss. Sure. Kind of weird to go to 3 Arbor Elf, but I think I like Brainstorms. Pulse seems great. Like if they counter our stuff, we can get it back. Pyroblast is really good, especially if we just draw it in our hand and we can just like fight the counter war over our Cascade spells. Can be pretty nice. Man, one more land in this hand would be good, but I think I have to mulligan. I just risk not functioning with this hand. All right, this is good. This is a whole lot better. I don't even want to put back a Dino, but I think it's just greedy not to. Yeah, I have to put back Dino. And then let's just go Sprawl red just to make sure we get a red source into play. And then turn 2 I can Wild Growth plus tap land. So these tap lands are pretty costly, but they're definitely worth it to have. We can't Bonder's Ornament into Wild Growth this turn, which sucks, but maybe I Wild Growth this. Yeah, I'll do it. If they annul this, it's not good for me, but it's not terrible. I'll probably play Acid-Moss before Bonder's Ornament too. I'd much rather resolve Bonder's Ornament than Acid-Moss. This is kind of a problem for them. Spell Pierce. Okay, wasn't expecting that. I mean, actually fine with that getting Spell Pierced. These spells are better. I can draw lands. Putting back Dino is 100% right. Okay. If I draw a land, I'll just Acid-Moss this. Brainstorm. Preordain. And here they should probably sack Evolving Wilds before preordaining. I guess maybe not, because if they get a Swamp, then I can just kill Swamp, and that's kind of bad for them. But I might actually want to just resolve Bonder's Ornament here. It's good taking them down a land as well. It's pretty tempting. I would have to play Ash Barrens in order to Acid-Moss. But then I get a ramp spell too. Let's see, then I go 4-5 mana. And then they can't even counter my Bonder's Ornament next turn unless they go fetch for island, play another island pass. Yeah, I'm gonna just get Bonder's Ornament down. Resolving an artifact against blue black is really hard for them to deal with. I'll just get Forest. And it's just such a good draw engine that it can allow you to win the long game. Where yeah, I could get kind of lucky and like resolve this and sort of lock them out. But again, I think just getting a draw engine going is much more valuable. There's not that much that straight up deals with this from that deck. They're just blue black Delver, probably 4 Delver, 4 Augur, 4 Gurmag, and the rest interaction. Okay, they get another island. Ice Tunnel. Thing is, they probably have a counterspell here. Oh, maybe not. All right, well, I'm going to try to kill this. They could have another Spell Pierce, but I'm going for this. We didn't register this deck to not just jam, right? Ooh. Can just play and most likely resolve a Mulldrifter. It doesn't even get Spell Pierced. I can hit more land drops. All right, come on. I want to draw cards. The fact that this doesn't get Spell Pierced is pretty huge. They could easily have 2 Spell Pierce. Okay. I'm still only on 5 mana, so I got to get up to 7 to start casting these dinos. Which is one reason why Acid-Moss was a nice play, but Mulldrifter is really good. I know they can snuff out and kill it, but they have to use a removal spell on it. It can trade with Delver. It's going to trade for a card, and it drew me 2 cards. So I think it's better than playing Acid-Moss, honestly. And then next turn, I'm just probably going to play this. Okay, Delver did not flip. We know they have a swamp in hand, but they played Island, so we know this is one of their cards in hand. They're going to play a Gurmag Angler. They can't Gurmag plus leave up Counterspell. I can't quite play that either. I think I just go Thermokarst. Play around Spell Pierce. I know this gets me a land that can cast other things, but they're very likely just have Counterspell and or Spell Pierce. So I'd rather just do this, I think. All right, looks like it resolved. That's good. Not going to attack. And then if I draw a land next turn, I can have my choice of Boarding Party or Acid-Moss. So I don't know if what they did with the preordain. They reveal Snuff Out though. Okay, there's Swamp that we know about. Cast Snuff Out for life. Makes sense. And do we draw an untapped land? Okay. Oh, Bone Picker. Okay. They're on the Bone Picker version. Getting kind of wrecked in these games. I still think this matchup's not bad. That's a good deck. I went top. That's gross. Wild Growth, not ideal. Let's lead Wild Growth. They can't really afford to counter this, I don't think. And then I'm going to blow up the Swamp if I can. This will probably get countered. And then at least next turn I can for sure resolve this. Hopefully draw land for this. Okay, wow, that just happened. All right, I'm taking 6, but I get to play a Dino next turn. They have no more black sources, okay. I go to 12. But I get to go Dino into Dino. They could counter both, but and I get to play around Force Spike. But if I have some good cascades, like a Mulldrifter or something here, it's gonna be rough for them, I think. Just tap Bonder's Ornament because this is a permanent that can be bounced and stuff. So I'll just leave my land untapped. Okay. Acid-Moss is fine. Doesn't really do anything, which is why I don't like the card that much. But now, yeah, they could have Counterspell. They don't. Okay. Wonder if they have Force Spike. I think plays Force Spike a good amount of the time. I'll just snap block a Bone Picker here if they attack with both. I mean, I guess Delver. This has Death Touch. I was thinking get this off the table, but yeah, that has Death Touch. Okay. I think I actually block. Yeah, my hand is so good that I think I can afford to block here. I'm just going to play another Dino, and they didn't counter the first one. Okay, another boarding party. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Yeah. 6, 7 mana Dino. All right. Gain 1 life. We're kind of doing it here. We have a lot more gas. We have boarding. We have a Bonder's Ornament that we haven't even activated to draw a card yet. Okay. That's 5 mana, 6 mana. Boarding party into Mulldrifter. Bonder's Ornament is fine. 3, 4, 5, 6. I can play another boarding party. I think I'll just play around. I was going to play around Force Spike, Hydroblast, and just draw a card. I think I'll still just do that. I don't think there's any reason for me to get Force Spiked here. I've gotten Force Spiked plenty of times, and I think if I just don't get Force Spiked, I should be able to win. Delver, okay. Plus, just drawing the card from Bonder's Ornament is still really good. This card is really nice. Okay, Acid-Moss. That's actually great because I can Acid-Moss an island. That forces them to act. And I could even move to main 2 and cast Sporting Party. Right, let's start with Sprawl. I guess I'll name Red. Now we Acid-Moss this. They're going to float mana. So I am going to move to main 2 here. I don't necessarily like need to attack. So I'd rather just resolve everything. Not going to attack with Dino. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play around Force Spike. And there's the Mulldrifter. Okay, nice. That should do it. Land, and pass. And then next turn I can start attacking. No flip. Again, they have no black mana right now. They cannot snuff out with no swamp in play. And we got him. Played that one pretty cautiously, and I think that was worth. Okay, that was going to be Brainstorm into those 3 cards. That would actually have been interesting. I could Brainstorm, put back land, and then Boarding Party into a random card. See what the next card would have been. Thermokarst. Okay, sweet. Got him. Didn't even draw any Pyroblasts either. I wonder if I'm supposed to have Arbor Elf on especially on the draw to go a bit faster. Could side out another Acid-Moss. Don't know if that's just straight wrong. Maybe these Brainstorms are supposed to come out. I said they'd be good to play around counters, but they just have Spell Pierces and stuff. I guess I can just leave 1 in. Kind of just doing whatever here. I could bring in the last Acid-Moss too. Just try to T2 Acid-Moss. Just take out Brainstorm. Let's leave one in, whatever. This looks good. All right, let's have a T2 Thermokarst here, please. I'll take this hand. This hand looks great. Just lead T1 Arbor, and then T2 I have like infinite mana. By that I mean like 3 mana plus play a bunch of my stuff out. If they play a black source and kill Arbor Elf on their turn, that's bad for me. Well, drawing a land was great. Still just going to lead Arbor Elf. It has the highest upside. I can make so much mana next turn. They go Brainstorm to flip Delver. That's pretty aggressive, and actually I'm fine with that. Because now I'm gonna like really set up my mana on turn 2, and then turn 3, I'm likely just gonna be able to Dino. So let's see. I think the line is play Forest, at least right now. We'll see what we draw, but play Forest, play Wild Growth, play Utopia Sprawl, and then I can go make 3 mana. I might be able to even play both these Bonders Ornament. I haven't calculated it yet, but I know how to make the most possible mana. Oh, they Brainstorm locked themselves? Okay, this is over. That's unfortunate for the opponent. I can just stack all my stuff this time. I don't think there's any way they have like a boomerang or something. So now I just go name red. Name blue. Untap this, make 4 mana. Play Bonder's Ornament. I can't quite play the second Bonder's Ornament, but that's still a pretty good turn too, I'd say. Next turn on turn 3, I have access to 8, 9, 10 mana. I'll take it. And they're on 1 mana. 8, 9, 10. So I can even lead Bonder's Ornament. And if they counter that, I can still Dino. Okay, Preordain. Interesting. So they went for turn 1 Brainstorm. Maybe they... Wait, did they reveal Preordain? Okay. It's an interesting way to play. I generally don't like to, especially with 1 land, to go for the flip Delver. It seems pretty greedy. I mean, maybe they didn't have the Preordain already, but if they did, I don't think they should have done that. Because you can get Brainstorm locked. I think playing the Preordain first is better. They went top, so they have to have a land. There's no way they don't have a land. All right, I'm down to 14. I mean, they played on the play a turn 1 3/2 flyer, so that's pretty good. There's Swamp, and do they have Snuff Out? No. Okay, play land, play Bonder's Ornament first, and then I'll play Dino. Untap. Five, whatever, I can leave these untapped. Don't know if it matters. And another Arbor Elf's not very good. But now I can start drawing extra cards. They could snuff out this. I mean, we could still lose this game. It's looking good, though. Just the fact that I have so much mana and I can draw more cards. Yeah, they have the stuff out. Okay, we go to 11. It's not very much life, but any land destruction spells we draw are very good because they missed a land drop. Any cascade spells we draw are obviously ideal. We have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 mana to work with. We can even go draw, and then have, let's see, 4. Then we have 4, 5, 6 mana left over. So we can draw 2 extra cards and still boarding party next turn. And if we draw a land, we can even draw 2 extra cards and Dino. All right, so I think I just go draw. And they brainstormed and missed another land drop. That's crazy. All right, now just gonna untap this. Just gonna play a Mulldrifter right now. I don't think I need to play Forest first. I could draw a tap land that I want to play. Okay, there's a boarding party. So let's go land. I don't think I need to stack these anymore, do I? I actually do. I guess I can wild growth this, yeah. Now I'll just start separating them out because I already have like essentially infinite mana. Then 6, boarding party. Yeah, this is looking good. Mulldrifter? Okay, Sprawl. I guess blue here. Might also be nice to have like some off-color sideboard cards. Like it might just be worth it to have like some Chainer's Edicts in the sideboard or something for Boggles. Not really sure, but just with all these cards that produce any color mana, it might be worth it. Could even run like another like green black duel or something, so my Acid-Mosses can find more black sources or something, but I don't know about that. Opponent played this second game pretty weird, I'd say. Maybe they didn't have much of a choice, but especially going for the Brainstorm flip, I don't know if they needed to do that. I'm gonna snap block if they attack. This is like, I mean, Tron is the best Bonders Ornament deck, but other than that, this is the best Bonders Ornament deck for sure. Just because you can T2 Bonders Ornament a lot, you make a bunch of mana. What is this? Kill this? Agony Warp. Why wouldn't you just... Oh, because they're killing both of these things now. Okay, I'm fine with that. Still would block there, 100%. That takes their turn, they have to tap out, and I can still draw 3 cards on this next turn. Oh, that is pretty disgusting. I'm gonna do this 100%. So I think I can even just kill Island now. I don't care about snuff outs at this point. And I'll just get the green-red land. Maybe I was supposed to just tap these to draw, so I could attack if I want. All right, let's just play Dino, and that'll do it. 4, 5, 6, 7, Dino. Into Sprawl. Not necessarily a good hit there, but opponent has 1 swamp in play. I guess if they just like have enough removal and we don't draw anything over the next 4 turns, we lose, but we can draw 3 cards per turn still. If we don't find anything. Another Dino. Let's go. 5, 6, 7. Guess I'll just tap this. Just jam Dino into Mulldrifter. We're doing it. Oh, geez. And both of these are so good. I'm just having fun at this point. I could get back Dino and play it this turn. 8, 9, 10 mana. Well, opponent just had like a bad draw there and we just went off. Sweet. 1-0 against Blue Black Delver. Let's go round 2. All right, welcome to round 2. Let's go on the play. Keep this hand. This hand's good. This is a turn 2 ornament. Usually a turn 1 Arbor Elf generally survives against most decks in this format because blue decks only have a couple, like 1 or 2 untapped sources of color to kill something like this. Blue-black can get a tapped black source and then snuff out this on turn 1. But yeah, this is likely to live. That was actually a good draw because now I can go um, Bonder's Ornament and then use the mana from Bonder's Ornament to cycle Ash Barrens. Now I have a T3 Mulldrifter too. So this is a pretty gross draw here. A Thermokarst would have been better, but maybe not. This card is so good. They're just going to Augur. All right, feeling good. I can resolve Mulldrifter. Having Skred in hand is nice. I know I can't Cascade into it. Ooh, Chainer's Edict. Is this Blue Black Control? Might be. Just get my island. Oh, Thermokarst. That is tempting. That's super tempting just to kill one, but I'd rather kill a black source, and I use my mana so much more efficiently by Mulldrifter. So I'm going to do that. Getting the card advantage now while I can resolve it is pretty nice. Plus getting this body down. A couple more Arbors. May want to play around like a Suffocating Fumes or something. We'll see. Might not. Brainstorm. Shuffle. If they did, they probably shuffle this away. Yeah. I'm going to put them to not have Chainer's Edict in hand, just because it's not very good against this board. There's Swamp. Do they have Snuff Out? Ponder? Brainstorm. So this could be another Blue-Black Delver deck. This could still be Blue-Black Control. They could just be Blue-Black Delver with one or two Chainer's Edicts main. That's reasonable, but the Chainer's Edict makes it look more like Control, although I just don't know. I could lead Brainstorm. How much mana do I have? I have 5, 6 mana. I think I want to save the Brainstorm because if I draw like a Cascade spell, this gets better. So alternatively, I can just go like Thermokarst your Swamp and then play 2 Arbor Elves. And it's only bad against Suffocating Fumes, which a lot of times these decks only have one of. Especially if I kill a black source, that's going to be tough for them. So let's go for this. Just lead this. And then just play 2 Arbor Elves. Choosing not to play around Fumes, like I said, but I will leave up Bonder's Ornament for Brainstorm, just in case they play some like discard effect or something. I might want to just cast Brainstorm in response to it. All right, they're going to get another Swamp, but do they have more black sources than 2? All right, they play Swamp. I could even just consider end of turn Brainstorming to be mana efficient. I can definitely take 1 here because I can attack back with everything if I want. Maybe I just go end of turn Brainstorm. Oh, this is Gurmag Angler? Okay. Well, if I draw a land, I can Skred that. I think I am going to end of turn Brainstorm. Yeah. Let's do it. It's mana efficient. We might need all of our mana. All right, I mean, this Utopia Sprawl and Wild Growth actually makes a ton of mana because I have all these Arbor Elves out. But I don't know if that's even necessary because I could just put these back and then upkeep Ash Barrens for like a red source. I can even kill this and draw a random card. That's got to be better. I'm going to take that line. So I put those back, then upkeep Ash Barrens, cycle, get Mountain, and then draw a card for turn. It's a Wild Growth. It's not the worst actually. Then I can just lead on this. I have 5 snow permanents. Kill that. Let's go Wild Growth right now. Draw. Boarding Party. I have 5 mana left, so I can't quite cast it. So I'll just attack for 4. Cast Boarding Party next turn. Looking good. That was a nice Brainstorm shuffle there. And Skred was a lot better than Bolt. Looking good, looking good. Augur for Counterspell is not that scary, actually. Counterspell's like not that great against us. Okay, land isn't good, but I guess it's not the end of the world. Just lead on this. Another Arbor Elf, sure. They let that resolve. I guess I'll just draw now. Bonder's Ornament. Okay. Drawing 2 a turn. Oh, didn't attack with this. That was a mistake. That could cost me. Just a misclick there. Mountain. So it is Grixis. Yeah, that's brutal. Okay, Skred that. I could have gotten in for 6 damage. Now they could definitely draw a bunch of cards and come back and stabilize. They still have this counter spell, but they don't have a braid for this. That's what I'm worried about. I'll take one. Having the Mulldrifters in this matchup is super nice. Just lead Wild Growth. Draw. That's actually a good draw. Guess I just untap this, play it. They probably counter it. They should counter it. Otherwise, I get to draw an extra card every turn for the remainder of the game. Not attacking with the boarding party is kind of irking me there. I'll just play this now. Not sure if I'm supposed to or not. I assume they have some type of Wraths in their deck, whether it's Cannonade or something else. Probably going to get Wrathed here. Or they're just going to play another Augur. Yeah. Yep. Wrath my board, and now they're kind of ahead. Gurmag? No. We can still win this. We have a lot of mana and a Bonder's Ornament. Okay, that's good. Let's play it. Acid-Moss, nice. Now do I kill red source or black source? I feel like I kill red source. And I'll get a blue-green land. All right, I'll take 5, I'll go to 11. I have a little extra mana now. They most likely have another mountain. Okay, I take 6 down to 10. Need to find my other Skred or some dinos or something. Okay, Thermokarst isn't bad. Start just by drawing a card. Bonder's Ornament, okay. Why don't I lead just on Bonder's Ornament? I guess I could have led on Thermokarst. So I can either draw an extra card here, or I can Thermokarst a swamp. I feel like this is better. Just potentially lock them out of more spells. Not also attacking with the boarding party could cost me this game. It's probably just a cast down here. Oh, ice. Interesting. So they're going to get in for damage, and they probably have a lightning bolt for lethal. Oh no, I go to 11. Okay. Forgot about the gain one from Thermokarst. I wonder if they did too. Okay. So I'm probably getting hit down to 1. Thought I had this game for sure, and then they just like Gurmagged a couple times. So they're just on straight up Grixis control, huh? Seems actually not bad, except your mana's probably not great. Because you're kind of just like blue black Delver, but instead of the Delvers, you just have like more removal. Forbidden Alchemy right now. Okay. Sure, that's interesting. I haven't seen that one for a while. Chainer's Edict in the Yard, they can never cast that. Deep Analysis, they can cast. Another Thermokarst. It's actually not bad either. Let's draw. Oh, there it is. There it is. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I still need to definitely Dino right now. Hitting a land destruction spell would be decent. Mulldrifter's also good. Okay, we're coming back. We're coming back. Utopia Sprawl. It's fine. Just sprawl name red. And I do not think I'm even going to attack. 4? Maybe I should. Then makes it easier for me to win next turn. I doubt they have like non-bolt removal here. Yeah, they don't have a bolt in hand. They probably only have like 2 bolt in the deck or something. They're probably more relying on Skred. Oh, wow. Is that the 3rd mountain? What kind of mana base is that? Triple mountain plus black lands plus counterspell? Jeez. Okay, well, I go to 2. But now I can kill them if they don't have a counterspell. Okay. It's the best way to do this. Oh, they do have counter. We know they have a counterspell. All right, well, I just go for boarding party. Hitting a Mulldrifter is perfect. Okay, good start. They have to counter the boarding party or they die to it. They counter the Mulldrifter? That's lethal. That's 8 damage. They can't have any one damage thing. All right, I'm gonna try to attack for 8. Yeah, that was a mistake from the opponent. I mean, I misclicked, kind of just like didn't see my boarding party over here. I went too fast. Should have definitely attacked with boarding party there. But yeah, they definitely should have countered this. We would have drawn into Acid-Moss. So I don't think that would have done it. I mean, I could have gone Thermokarst, kill an island, Acid-Moss, kill an island. And then I go up to 3. I chump Gurmag, go down to 1, and then I would get to draw some extra cards the next turn. I don't know if I would have won that. I mean, again, I should have attacked with boarding party, but then they also should have countered boarding party there. I think this is good enough. I know they have augurs, but I don't think they have that many creatures to take the monarchy. I think all of this stuff is good. It's a lot of good cards. While Skred was good there, I don't know if we need it. Could take out Arbor Elf as well. They might just bring in some hate for it. I like doing it. I think I just like being a little bit slower and just relying on this mana acceleration that like is harder to interact with. Just having these in your deck, they just like get swept away by cannonades and stuff. I like siding them out. Let's do it. And then, let's see, I need to take out 2 more cards. I can cut Brainstorm Acid-Moss again. I can cut double Acid-Moss. The land destruction seems so good in this matchup because they're 3 colors with a sketchy mana base. So why would I take out land destruction? I mean, if I don't want Fleet Admiral in this matchup, when do I want it? So I think I'm going to leave that in. Just take out Brainstorm. I want all this mana acceleration. Want all the land destruction, want all the bonders ornaments, and then this is all good card advantage. So don't really have anything left to cut unless I want to cut land destruction. So I think I just have to cut Brainstorm. That was kind of a sloppy game, I feel like, on both of our parts there for game 1, but I feel like this should be a good matchup for us. Just them with a sketchy mana base. Oh yeah, we're keeping this hand. Just going turn 1 Wild Growth. Nice. That's a good draw too. And then we'll see what we want to do on turn 2. I have some options. I could have also gone Sprawl there, but I didn't want to go Sprawl named Green. The reason I could have gone Sprawl is because I could Sprawl here, and then I can Wild Growth like my mountain or something. Okay. Augur. Okay. Resolves. So now I'm probably going Thermokarst on Island, and then that way they can't counter my Acid-Moss next turn. Oh, drawing Forest is actually good too. So now I'm pretty sure I do want to kill Island, I think. So I'm going to go tap these two, Sprawl here, name Red, or I guess I'll name Blue. And then I can still turn 2 Thermokarst. So this is like a pretty perfect draw. And then next turn I can Acid-Moss. And I know they can't counter it. I can even Acid-Moss with Pyroblast up. Okay, Evolving Wilds. I have to just tap all. Oh no, I don't. What am I talking about? I can just go like this. Obviously, cannot Acid-Moss this because I can just sack it in response. And I guess I'm getting blue-green, and then I can just cycle Ash Barrens end of turn for Island. Sided out my Brainstorms, so there's no reason to save this second Ash Barrens. All right, Island. That's fine. Cycle this, get Island. I could cycle on Upkeep, but then I have 4, 5, 6, 7. If I draw a Dino, I want to be able to cast it. All right, Acid-Moss is good. Know about this. Let's just cast this. I'll counter this. Taking them down to 1 land is really good, I think. Even if we don't have any gas left. They could have a relatively high land count in that deck, but okay, they just ran out of lands. Probably, I was gonna say probably not because they're kind of playing like a low resource control game where they try to like play some removal spells, play a Gurmag, and brainstorm extra lands away and stuff. So they're not like a blue-black control deck that wants like 26 lands. So they probably had like 22 lands or something. But nice, 2-0. Just defeated Chris's control after a sloppy game 1 and a pretty devastating game 2 there. And let's go round 3. Oh, wow. That was fast for a Pauper League. Let's go. Would you like to play first? Yes. Oh, man. I don't think I can keep. This deck does have to mulligan a fair amount. It's so close. If one of these 5 cards was another untapped land, this hand would be a snap keep, but I have to mulligan. It's just likely if I go Arbor Elf and then on my turn 2 I don't draw specifically an untapped land, I literally do nothing. It just doesn't function. But this is good enough. It's not great, but I'm definitely gonna keep. Probably put back a Dino just because I'm kind of far away from casting it. And I just go turn 1 Mountain Pass and then cycle for Forest. That's all I can do. Keep. Opponents on the mull to 6 as well. Dino goes back. See if they go to 5. Let's see. Just got the text. I'll answer that in a second. Okay, we just go Mountain Pass, and then we can cycle this for Forest. We've been against blue decks every round, which is pretty typical of Pauper. All right, let's just go Forest. Oh, I can go Wild Growth here, so this is actually pretty great. And then I can go here, name Blue, and pass the turn. Okay. That was actually a pretty good turn too. I forgot that I could Wild Growth my mountain. They didn't flip. And they may have Counterspell up. What's the thing I care about getting countered the least? I feel like maybe Thermokarst. It's not even like that insane here. I don't really want my Bonder's Ornament to get countered. I want to draw cards with this, even if it's Evoke. I'd rather evoke Mulldrifter than resolve Thermokarst. Divination better than Stone Rain. Ponder, okay. We'll see if we're against mono blue, if we're against blue red or blue black. Another Ponder, okay. So if I draw a land, I'll probably just hardcast Mulldrifter. They could have Force Spike. All right, well, now I don't really have a choice. Easy Bonder's Ornament. I think that's better than Evoke Mulldrifter. Thought Scour. Suffocating Fumes in Counterspell? Interesting. Maybe they have another Counterspell? Or maybe they didn't want Counterspell? Or they just had to cast it so they can Gurmag here. Okay. They probably have another counter. Oh geez, this is scary. Okay, well, if I draw a land, I can cast this. And they have a Ponder in hand. Alright, well I have to just Mulldrifter. At least I can trade with Delver. Hopefully I hit a land here. Okay. If I survive here. Okay, no flip is good for me. They Ponder. I guess like a Snuff Out or something is brutal for me. I just get hit for so much damage. And then they can continue to find removal spells. But if they shuffle on this Ponder, I have a chance. Just the counterspell was so timely. That was a good draw from the opponent. Thought Scour like really powers out Gurmags. And they didn't shuffle. Now, okay, but now they're shuffling. Okay, so easy block here. Okay, Brainstorm. I just have to go Boarding Party though. Into Bonder's Ornament, okay. Counterspell on the Boarding Party, and that's lethal. All right, that was just a good draw from the opponent. Couldn't really keep up there. Playing against the same deck every time. Yeah, I don't know if I want Relic. I don't think that's quite good enough. Could just do the same thing I did last time, which was this. Yeah, looks good. Run it. All right, let's see if we can have a slightly better draw this time. Oh man. I can't keep. I thought this was a forest for a second, but it's just a mulligan. All right, this is actually a keep. I can actually just put back a forest. I'd rather have a blue source, even though I have this Bonder's Ornament. Let's just go here, name red, pass. As long as I don't get annulled here. Turn 2 Bonder's Ornament's pretty solid in this matchup. Ooh, let's just cast that actually. Can't be countered right now. Get their swamp out of there. Perfect. They get an island. Sure. Delver resolves. Bonder's Ornament. Tap land, go. And then next turn, Boarding Party. So this is a turn 2 Thermokarst, turn 3 Bonder's Ornament, turn 4 Boarding Party. Not bad. They revealed Cast Down. I didn't see if they shuffled on Upkeep, so I don't know if they have this or not. I feel like they don't have it. I feel like they shuffled on Upkeep. I'm not positive though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can go Sprawl here. Name red. Boarding Party into Mulldrifter. Perfect. It's a good hit there. Let's not forget to attack. And another boarding party is a perfect draw. That was a really nice Cascade. Really like Mulldrifter in this deck. I think it's underutilized in these Ponza decks. People like to go more consistent with just the straight green red, but I really do like Mulldrifter a lot. Just gonna lead boarding party here. Another boarding party into Mulldrifter. Don't mind if I do. Brainstorm, sure. Can't get force spiked. When you have good Cascade hits, you kind of just go off. Opponent had a good draw in game 1. We had a good draw in game 2 here, but now they're going to be on the play. Thought Scour, so they Brainstorm Thought Scour themselves. Thorn, Evolving Wilds, sure. I can just start sending. They can trade for boarding party. Yep. And then I'll just go Arbor Elf. Still like separating out these enchantments. Again, you don't necessarily need that much mana. In general, I like to play it safe and spread these out. Nice. Quick match so far here. Opponent's playing really fast. I love it on Magic Online when my opponent plays fast. It just makes it so enjoyable. Both players playing fast. I really like it. Yeah, it looks good. I think I could just run it back. I like siding out one Acid-Moss. Costs 4 mana. It's a lot. I like Pulse. Good with Mulldrifter. Just good with the Cascade cards. Just good in general. Alright, this hand I'm actually going to keep on the draw. It's a little sketchy. If I had one more Utopia Sprawl. We should have quadruple land destruction spell. Alright, let's keep. If I have a land in the top 2, this hand is great. Do I sprawl name green to play it safe? I think I do. It's kind of a weird play. Okay, now I just Arbor Elf. And now if I draw any land, yes, that's so good. Now I just go Utopia Sprawl here. I think I'll name blue now. No, I should name red. I have Pyroblasts. And then I just go for Thermokarst because it's probably just going to get countered anyway. And this plays around for Spike. Yep. Which is exactly why I went for Thermokarst first. That was obviously insane drawing Arbor into exactly Forest. That was like perfect. Makes me look like smart for keeping this hand, but this hand easily could have been a non-functional draw. Okay, cast down. Can still kill their swamp here, which is nice. And the fact that now I get to resolve Acid-Moss is actually pretty huge. It's really good for me, actually. Maybe I'm a believer in Acid-Moss now. No, I still think it's not a great card, but the mana fixing can be good, and it just does work well with this. There's no other better option, I don't think, because you want more land destruction spells, and you don't really want Stone Rain. It's actually easier to cast Acid-Moss than Stone Rain a lot of the time. They missed on Augur. That's kind of brutal for them. Now I can just go, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I kind of want to Acid-Moss again. I'd have to play Ash Barrens, but you know what? I think that's fine. I can go tap Forest, tap this double land, tap this, then play Bonder's Ornament. Then I have 1, 2, 3 mana, and play Ash Barrens, and then Acid-Moss. Gets my Bonder's Ornament and Acid-Moss down. Alternatively, I can cycle Ash Barrens and Thermokarst this turn, but I'd rather Acid-Moss and get more mana. I don't mind playing this. And I'm definitely playing Bonder's Ornament because I need to resolve that. And I just Acid-Moss. Looks like we're decently set up here for the 3-0 bracket, but we can still lose this game 100%. They can just play a Gurmag Angler here, put us on the back foot, but we can Thermokarst a Swamp, which is pretty bad for them. Yep, Gurmag. That was the worst possible card for us to see, but we're still at 20. I have a Bonder's Ornament and a lot of mana now, and another land destruction spell. And it looks like they just brainstormed, and they don't have another land. Yeah. Wild Growth here. Thermokarst this. I could even kill Island, but I think I like killing swamps whenever I can. And I actually don't draw a card right now because I won't have any more mana. Yeah, I could play a land, but I just would rather draw later, I think. Yeah, maybe killing Island was right there, but just always killing black sources can be pretty annoying for them, I feel like. All right, I'm taking a lot of damage. Draw. Okay, another Wild Growth. It's fine. Boarding Party's good. It's just Wild Growth here. And Boarding Party. Utopia Sprawl is not what I want. Sprawl here named... Oh, did I mess up? 1, 2, 3. No, I couldn't have activated Bonder's Ornament anyway. Doesn't matter. Now, actually, I don't even attack with Boarding Party because they can't... I don't think they have any more swamps in their deck. I've never seen one of those decks play 3 swamps. We've killed 2 actual swamps, so they can't actually fetch for swamp to cast down. So I'm pretty safe to not attack, actually. If they swamp here, that's pretty incredible. Yeah. Which is why you need the 4 Ice Cave, Ice Tunnel, whatever the blue-black Snow Duel is. I'm good with remembering cards, not good with remembering names. Ponder into Augur, hit Brainstorm. Ho-ho, Pulse. All I have is an Arbor Elf left right now. Okay. Draw. Okay, I can't cast Dino yet. I think attacking is way too greedy. I'll just pass. If they kill this, I can always pulse it back. Now having Dino, I'm feeling pretty good about this game now. Again, they might... Oh, it's Ice Tunnel. They might have Ice Tunnel. Yeah, there it is. But, okay. Snuff out. Well, I can just pulse that back. They kind of have to counter pulse. And then I can untap and Dino. So I'm still feeling good here. Looks like we're taking a lot. We're down to low, but... Just get back Boarding Party, which is also just more gas. And then I just get the tap out for Dino. Yeah, they counter that. But now this resolves. A land destruction spell here would be great. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I'd rather tap like this. I guess even like this. I don't know if it matters. Brainstorm, okay. The 1 Brainstorm that was left. Okay. So, I have not played a land yet. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. So I think what I'm doing is I'm just putting back Ash Barrens Boarding Party, play Forest, cast Mulldrifter. And then I'll Boarding Party next turn. Put those on top, that resolves. And then play Forest, play Mulldrifter, draw those top 2 cards. So still a good turn. Oh, I almost accidentally misclicked, cast it with Evoke. Okay, Snuff out on Dino. I guess they could... Oh, they have 0 cards in hand. Okay. I don't have to chump this turn, but I probably want to. No, that's lethal? That's so brutal. They just top decked recoil? Okay, I mean, it is what it is. Thought we were going to win that game for sure, but... Man. That was a good match. That was a good match. Did they know about the recoil at all? No, they just drew it. Yeah, I mean, that deck's good. I really thought we could get there. We just needed a little bit more time. So I was drawing a card per turn, and then I'd cast Boarding Party, and I would hit Acid-Moss, and then I would play Mulldrifter, draw two more cards. I mean, damn. So close to stabilizing. They got us Xaxes. We could have cast both these next turn. Just not quite there. Really good match, though. Good match. 2-1. Let's see if we can get the last two games. I'll see you in round 4. All right. After that crushing defeat against, again, Blue Black in round 3, that was a lesson for me because I was talking about, okay, I think we're going to the 3-0 bracket, and now we're in the 2-1 bracket. So I deserve that. Don't count your chickens too early. Snap keep this hand. This hand is good. Lead Arbor Elf. Turn 2, maybe cycle Ash Barrens, play Sprawl, do something else. If this Arbor Elf survives. Had to go grab myself a drink after that, after what happened there. Ooh, is this mono black? I mean, it's gotta be mono black, right? Okay. So I can't actually Thermokarst this turn, unfortunately. That really sucks, actually. There's no way for me to do it. Oh, I guess the way. I guess I can't. I just can't play Utopia Sprawl and Thermokarst. It's got to be worth it, especially if they led Witch's Cottage. That means they're probably either on a land. They're probably on a land light hand. I can just play Island, play Thermokarst, because if I want to play, let's see. I could also Sprawl name green and then still Thermokarst. So I'm just completely wrong. I just need to get better at this deck, I guess. That's pretty embarrassing. But I can go Sprawl on Forest, name green, untap it, play Island, Thermokarst. Okay, we found the line. So let's go Sprawl here. We have to name green to have double green. Then we untap it. We can always Ash Barrens, cycle for Mountain. But okay, this hand's actually incredibly good. We figured it out. The difficult line there. It wasn't that difficult. I just messed up. All right, now we get Mountain. Play Mulldrifter. This was crazy. Turn 1 Elf, turn 2 Sprawl Thermokarst, turn 3. Oh my god. And I had to get I just fucked up again. I'm just not paying enough attention. Okay, I deserve that. I mean, I tap my blue source. I guess like I needed to tap this to cycle. I just wasn't paying close enough attention. So I was just reveling in my own play. And now if they play like removal spell on Elf, I get kind of wrecked. So if I don't draw land, I can't even cast Mulldrifter. So that was a huge mistake. Wow. God damn. It's brutal. I don't even want to evoke Mulldrifter. I'm just gonna play this here. Name blue. Pass the turn. Really, really bad. Just not understanding my original hand and then making a bad play like that. So that really just hurts. But again, I just gotta tighten up my play is all. Now I need to think carefully. I think I want to leave up a green mana. So I think I can just play Mulldrifter, tap out for it, and then if I draw a tap land, I can play that. If I draw a Utopia Sprawl or Wild Growth, I can play Forest and play that. So I think it's better just to play Mulldrifter first, see what we draw, and we do draw an Arbor Elf. Okay. Looking good, but not out of it yet. They're probably trying to find lands. They choose not to put Rager on top. That's interesting. Now I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So not quite enough to play both of these. I think I like just playing Dino. It's the most mana efficient, right? I mean, hopefully I don't get punished for my misplay. That's a good start. Okay, blue-green, so I need to get another red source. But yeah, that was, again, just pretty bad. So apologize for the misplay, but I'm still trying to work on it. I think I'm pretty good at not getting too tilted when I make a mistake, but I'm still trying to get better at that. So bear with me. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake, and it happens to everybody. We'll just try to improve. Still looking okay in this game. Wow, that's an aggressive thorn, because I can just take the Monarch. They do get to draw one card here, but... Alright. I don't think they can kill my lands. I actually will pile up all my stuff here, because if I draw a Bond Adornment, I want to be able to play it, make a bunch of mana, draw a card, and still be able to cast something. So I actually do want like tons and tons of mana here. Okay, now I'm going to go just attack with Mulldrifter. Could attack with both of these. Then they could trade for Dino, and I don't really want that to happen necessarily. So I'll just take the Monarch and then just try to protect them from taking the Monarch back. Okay, boarding party is really, really good because, yeah, they could play 2 removal spells here. Oh, third Witches, they're just on quad Witch's Cottage, I guess. And they chose not to use Witch's Cottage ability. Okay, now I think I even potentially just sack Mulldrifter. I don't want them to take the Monarch at all. Because then I can go chump here, kill this, and then that's pretty good. Yeah, this is good for me. So now I go kill this, chump this. I don't want to block here because Death Touch. Okay, and they go -4/-4 on my Dino. I still trade for this. So this is good for me. Because I also retain Monarchy. Oh, that's good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'll just lead on Mulldrifter. If I draw an untapped land, I can... Oh, no. Oh, yeah. If I draw an untapped land, I can still cast Boarding Party. Nice. I think that should be a reasonable matchup for us as well. Double Acid-Moss is actually not bad. Keeping that deck down on mana is actually like, wow, they've drawn all 4 Witch's Cottage. They're just choosing not to use these as of right now. Yeah, I think they're correctly choosing not to use Witch's Cottage because they're thinking if I put Rager back on top, yeah, I get to cycle with Rager, but I lose 1 life, which is relevant. And then they also don't they use their mana, and that's not going to be good enough to win if they just play Rager and cycle through. This is actually an interesting choice here. I guess I'm just sacking Arbor Elf. If they attack, I'll just chump. I just don't want them to draw any cards. I can double Acid-Moss next turn. Okay, Rager. It's decent. I think maybe I just lead by even attacking at this point. That's kind of scary for them. They'll probably just chump. But if I don't attack, they can still take the Monarchy back. So I need to just attack and then double Acid-Moss. That's all I can do. Yep. And then I just kill this. I don't know if there's any reason to kill or not to kill the Witch's Cottage, but I think I just kill these. I don't think it's that relevant. And then I'll play my... Ooh. Okay. Alright, they cast down that. I'll wait on this Brainstorm till my turn now. Actually, no, because I could draw the second Skred and then keep the Monarchy. So I'll just Brainstorm. Alright. So I think I'm putting back Forest Boarding Party, and then I can Cascade past the Forest. Yeah, let's do that. So they take the Monarchy back. but I have good cards now. Okay. 4, 5, 6. Let's just lead this. We're gonna hit an unknown, and it's Mulldrifter. Okay, nice. Yeah, just the fact that we have Mulldrifters in this matchup is huge. I'll attack. Oh no, I should have brainstormed first because I could have hit another boarding party for the win. Need to play a little bit tighter here. Yeah, it doesn't. They concede now. So I played that really sloppy. Was not happy with my play. We got bailed out because I think our deck is just good in this matchup. The land destruction was kind of annoying for them there. The card advantage is brutal from Cascade and Mulldrifters. And yeah, we just were able to have a pretty good draw, even though I misplayed and we just didn't cast Mulldrifter when we could have. It happens. That was pretty good. All right. Pulse is good. Just gets back creatures that they kill. Wait, Admiral. Oh man, it's close. It's good because it can come down and take the monarchy if they have it, but they actually have a lot of dorky creatures. Maybe I just don't want this. It's kind of risky to ever give them the monarchy. And surprisingly enough, Fiery Cannonade doesn't seem too bad. I could side out Arbor Elves in this matchup as well, just because it dies to a lot of their removal and it's bad in the later game. Doesn't do that much. I think I like just siding out Arbor Elf and keeping in the land destruction, surprisingly. Keeping their land count down is kind of annoying for them, and it's better than like what else I have. Relic's actually okay. They have like Witch's Cottage, it just cycles. Maybe I want to bring in multiple Cannonades. Don't think Ancient Grudge is good. Don't think Weather's good. Maybe Fleet Admiral is good enough. Maybe that's better than Relic. I just don't have that many ways to protect the monarchy. Do I do double Cannonade? They have like Rager, Chitter, and that's about it that dies to Cannonade. Let's just try it like this. Again, I'm just scared to bring in the monarchy in this matchup, kind of. Maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe Relic just doesn't do anything. I just don't want to have this in my hand and be like, okay, I'll cast it, and then have them just be like, kill your guy, attack, take the monarchy. Just seems like that will happen a lot. Maybe I want second Cannonade over the 2 relics. Try not to punt in this sideboarding. I think I keep Relic just because it's... 1, they might bring in Wrenchmind, so Relic's good against that. And 2, it just draws a card. It's good against Witch's Cottage in a way. So I think Relic is fine here. I'm going to keep this hand for sure. This card's great. And normally playing a Baron more on turn 1 is a side that they don't have much mana. But they could have like a 4-land hand, but they know they're against land destruction, so they're like, I'm just going to play this now to get it out of the way. Okay. Okay. I can even brainstorm now, but I think I'd rather brainstorm like the turn before I dino or when I dino. I don't think I need to brainstorm yet. I think it's better to wait. Wow, they missed a land drop? Okay, well, I'm just going to Thermokarst, I guess. Maybe they were, I guess they were short on lands. And killing actual swamp is better. My girlfriend's playing with our dog and they're just having a blast. He's going crazy. He's messing with her. All right, well, maybe I do brainstorm to hit land drops here. I can't really brainstorm lock myself. Okay. I just put back Cannonade, Forest, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll draw the forest because I actually want to draw the forest. And then I'll go cycle this for island. This deck felt strong. I don't know if we're playing against like all the best decks, but we played against blue black like what, almost every time. And Mono Black's maybe not a tier 1 deck, but it's a strong deck. Yeah, if they just cast down a Mulldrifter 3 for 1, I Divination, and they spend a removal spell. Wow. I didn't get to Brainstorm set up my Cascade, but Brainstorm has been fine. Sign and Blood, okay. They might hit a land drop now. They do. Alright. This is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just separate these out. And Dino into Relic. Sure. You pretty much always should use Relic now. It helps play around Angler. There's no benefit to waiting to tap Relic. It just gives them more options generally. Ooh, I haven't seen. Oh, I have seen the start of Blue yet. Okay, so they phased this out. That's fine. Another Mulldrifter is great. Just start by casting one. Mulldrifter is so good in this matchup. It really like changes this matchup from like pretty good to insanely good for us, I think. And then I just try to stop them from Gurmag Anglering. I don't even need to draw with these yet, but I always could just have more options for next turn. Sure. I just have such good plays already. I just don't think I need to crack them. I guess I can crack one. Boarding Party, sure. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. 10 mana. Let me count again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. I suppose Dino is just the best play then. Dino into Boarding Party, into Mulldrifter. The Dream? Almost. That's just pretty insane. 7 mana, I get a Dino, a Boarding Party, and a Bonder's Ornament. Jeez. Opponent's trying to fight through it, but next turn we can cast Mulldrifter and a Boarding Party. Pretty insane. Oh, I should have Relicked. Could get punished if they can cast Angler here if they have a land drop. But I'm not too worried about that. I'll keep this other relic around. I don't need the card from it now. Ooh, Defile that. Ooh, they don't have 5 swamps. So that's not right. They thought they did. This is not a swamp. Yeah, that's a mistake. I'll just take 2. Keep my 6/5 trample around. Sure. Will not crack Relic. Just use it just to be technically correct. Wait, thought I had Dino for some reason. Okay, yeah, they know we have more Cascade cards. We would have hit Boarding Party into Thermokarst, and we would have Mulldriftered into Sprawl plus Ash Barrens, and we had a huge board. Yeah, sweet. Again, I think that's a good matchup for us. 3-1. Can we get the 4-1? Oh man, this was so close. I really thought we had it. Sweet. I'll see you in round 5. Let's see if we can 4-1 it. Hey, welcome to round 5. We're against Tart, I think you pronounce it. Correct me if I'm wrong. We played against this person before. They were on mono blue. They're almost always on mono blue. We'll see what we can do here. I know this is a good opponent. I know they're a strong player. I'll keep this hand. We're on the draw. Man, this is tough. I could. I really want to keep Mulldrifter because I want to have the option to be able to T2 Mulldrift, but I also want to keep both Acid-Mosses. It's really close. And by T2 Mulldrifter, I mean T2 Evoke Mulldrifter. guess I can just put back Mulldrifter and then T2 cycle Ash Barrens and play tap land. I think on a mulligan, I think keeping both Acid-Moss is a good way to win the game. And yeah, they're going to be on mono blue. I knew they would be. Okay, Wild Growth is good. Wild Growth is good. Wild Growth allows us to potentially T2 Acid-Moss here. We might have to play Ash Barrens in order to do so, but I am willing to do that. I can go play Ash Barrens, Wild Growth the Ash Barrens, and then tap it. Oh no, I can't untap that. Damn. I can't T2 Acid-Moss right now. That sucks. They ponder. They chose not to shuffle. Wow, they're offering a trade of Delver for Augur, or Delver for Arbor. I almost feel like I should do that. Because my next turn can be Falls plus Wild Growth, and then I still have the option to Acid-Moss the turn after that, and I don't necessarily need all the mana. This is hard for them to deal with, though. Can I beat a Delver? I'm not going to trade. Just because they're mono blue, and I know that I think this is hard for them to kill. That was a really bold attack from the opponent. Like, incredibly bold attack. Alright, well now, I do want to Acid-Moss, but I actually can't. But what I can do is I can Falls, and then I can... No, and that's only 2 mana. I can make the same play I did in the last time where I Wild Growth the Forest and then untap it and then Thermokarst. And then I go Acid-Moss next turn. I don't even get my Falls into play this way, but I think it's better than not playing a land destruction spell. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I guess I still could Wild Growth up the Ash Barrens, but that's just worse because... Let's see. Can I go... Is there any way for me to cycle Ash Barrens and still cast Thermokarst? I don't think so. Oh no, there is. I have to get Forest though. But that's still worth it. I can cycle Ash Barrens, get Forest, play it. Then tap Forest, play... Oh no, that doesn't work. Then I play Wild Growth. That just doesn't work. Alright, well... Let's do this line. Untap this. I have to play Ash Barrens. And then I kill this. And I do not gain 1 because they aren't playing snow-covered lands. It's a funny interaction. No flip on Delver is good. Another land is really bad. But they have 4 cards in hand. And they basically have to have an actual counter spell to stop this. Spell Stutter is not that good in this matchup. We obviously go for our play. They have counterspell. Oh, Spell Stutter, just to get it down. Makes sense. I think getting the blue source into play is better. Okay, no flip Delver is good for me. Another land is not, but I have 1 more land destruction spell. Once this flips, I'm going to be under a lot of pressure. Oh, they have Ninja too. Now I'm in trouble. They just continuing to hit land drops. You know they have Spell Stutter spread. I'm going to have to draw like a dino here. No reason to attack, I don't think. And they flip with Ponder. see, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. 5, 6, 7, 8. Wonder if I chump the ninja. Again, I feel like I do. I can cast any spell in my deck. It's only bad if I draw specifically Bonder's Ornament, but I don't want them to draw a card here. I could draw easily a creature that stops them from, like, any Cascade card I draw here, or Mulldrifter is really good. So I'm definitely going to try the play of bringing in all the Cannonades. Should be really good in this matchup. Dino. Okay, there's Mulldrifter. Okay. 3, 4, 5. I think that's how I tap. Okay. This is what we need. I can trade with Ninja. And then I can play Dino, which stops Delver. We know they have a Spell Stutter Sprite. Yeah, they're just smashing with all. Naturally. I take 5, go to 4. They probably just have spells that are up. I hope no counterspell. I don't think they do. Land 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dino. I will note that this player beat us last time and they have the counter. Oh, they have just spells that are countered the Ornament. Okay. I'm not dead on board unless they have Ninja. So I can block Delver. Looks like they probably do. They could just attack with all just because. But yeah, having the Cannonades post board is going to help us a lot. It's going to be tough here. They have 4 lethal threats now. Don't really have any way to gain life. I have before Thermokarst in my own land, but don't think that's going to matter here. They're still at 20. 3, 4, 5, 6. Boarding party. Brainstorm. Yeah, so I can go to 2 by Thermokarsting my own land, but that doesn't do it. I can just send a message here. They're sending a message back. I know their list, so I knew they had 2 Force Spikes, but they still shouldn't have done that. All right. Let's see. Pyroblasts come in. Cannonades come in. I think that's all I want. Don't think I want Pulse or Weather. Arbor Elves come out because they die to Cannonades. They're probably going to bring in Gut Shots too. Let's see. When you play the same deck every time, people know exactly what you play. Let's see. This is, I think, what they're on. So yeah, 2 Force Spikes, 4 Spires, pretty standard mono blue Delver Fairy list. 3 Gut Shots. I assume they're bringing in Gut Shots, Blue Blasts, maybe some Bind the Monsters, and maybe some copies of these. They might board a lot. They're probably going to take out Spells that are Sprite and Snaps, some number of those. So that's good to know. Meanwhile, we're boarding out Arbor Elf, and then we need to board out 2 more cards. Land Destruction's really not that good against them. They're like a pretty low to the ground, low curve deck, just like a lot of 1-drop fairies. They can operate on 2 lands pretty easily. I don't want Fleet Admiral. They have just so many 1/1 flyings. They can take the Monarch pretty easily. Maybe I want Pulse. Gain 6 isn't bad. Return a creature is also not bad. I think Acid-Moss is just not very good, but Yeah, if they counter my Cascade card and I get it back, that seems good. Maybe Acid-Moss is even better than Thermokarst, but I can still just turn 2 this on the play, which is relevant. All right, let's try it like this. Oh man, this hand is slow. If I just get T2 Ninja here, I just get like absolutely wrecked. I have lands and spells to play, but like doing nothing till turn 3. I don't like it actually. I think I just have to keep this. It's not ideal. Opponent's on the mulligan as well. I have to hit a land for a red source. They go to 5. I didn't want to go lower than this. Oh! Oh my god. I totally clicked on this and then F6. That's been pretty bad. So now they just get to be on the play and draw a card. That feels bad. I don't know if you could hear the mouths, but that was like a click. Maybe I wasn't fully in my main phase yet or something, but brutal. Now if I draw a land next turn and I can't play a 3-drop, it's just like so bad. If I missed on lands here, I guess it's not the end of the world, but so I guess it actually didn't end up mattering because I would just pass on turn 3, but oh man, it feels bad. And they flip Delver. Maybe I was supposed to go to 5 as well. I just felt like if I draw an untapped land here, I feel like I have a chance. I can even go, they probably have 4 spike. I can even go Bonder's Ornament into Skred on Delver, which I'm gonna try to do. Land. 7-drop. Okay. I think we're losing this game. Another Delver. Okay. So I need a Cannonade probably. Okay. Brutal. Now, especially if this Delver flips, yeah, even if it doesn't, this is still like a 2-turn clock basically. And they can ninja us here. Ah. Just not a functional draw here. Turns out my misclick didn't matter, I don't think. Oh yeah, I'm still dead. That sucks. Nothing I can do. See if they had a counterspell. Yeah, they have the 4 spike. GG's. Rough last game there. I'll send them a message in a second. But got 3 and 2. That was the first time I've played this particular build, and it felt pretty strong. I actually liked just the 2 Brainstorm. I'm not sure about the 2 Skred, but it's nice to have some number of removal spells. I know like game 1, match 1, we missed just by hitting Skred, but that's not typically the case, and you can always side out Skred if you want. The Acid-Mosses did feel pretty reasonable, and I like not having more tap lands, so I think the mana base is fine. Could play the 4th Ash Barrens, especially with Brainstorm. But otherwise, the deck felt good. I think I probably would not have the Fleet Admirals on the board. I might go up to even the 4th Cannonade, so against like Delver decks, I have more game even. But that's probably what I would do. My name is Max. This is youtube.com/snapbolt. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time. Peace.